Page 104, 16th note Etudes. On this page they're introducing the 16th note. They have tell you all about it and show it up there. That looks wonderful. Okay. What I want to point out is that the counting. There's different ways of counting this. They share with you in the middle of the page 3 different ways of counting it. That 1 E and or 4 16th notes. You just say it 4 16th notes, 4 16th notes, if you can say them in rhythm. Or you can just go 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. I use the 1 E and method. And there's other ways of counting this besides this. Other books have other ideas. You count it any way you want. I don't care how you count it. I use the 1 E and that's what I'm going to do in these videos. So hopefully you at least understand the 1 E and whether you use it or not. As far as the 4 16th notes and that stuff, that's up to you. I do not recommend using the numbers 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 because the beats of the measure are the numbers. And now we got multiple numbers going on, and then we got numbers flying around all over everywhere, and nobody knows what's going on, and blah. So these 2 etudes at the bottom of the page, we get to use these. The first etude, both hands are playing the same notes. And the second etude, the right hand gets the C major scale in 16th notes. Yay. So let's talk about this counting. In these etudes at the bottom, they're in 2/4 time. That means there's 2 beats in a measure, and we're counting quarter notes. So we go 1 2 1 2. Simple enough. Well, there are 8th notes in there too. And you already know an 8th note, you just put an and in between the numbers. So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Well, with 16th notes, we're going to divide it up again. And that's what the 1 E and is for. So it's 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and. It's like they're getting faster and faster and faster. 16th notes don't necessarily have to be fast. There's just 4 of them to a quarter note. That's all. Because it can be a really, really, really slow piece with 16th notes. And your 16th notes, look at some of Beethoven's slow pieces in his piano sonatas. And some of them, he'll use 16th notes and whatnot, and they're slow. They're not that fast. But for these etudes, just take it. I'm just going to do the right hand. The left hand's the same as the right here. But it's 1 E and 2 E and. So it's 1 E and 2 E. 1 E and 2. Then the 8th note is on the and. 1 E and 2 E and. 1 E and 2 E and. And that's the way it works. On the second one, it's C major scale. Hopefully you know the C major scale. If you don't, it's way past time to have learned it. Please go take care of that now. Just go do my scale video on C major scale. If you don't know the scale, do it the 1 octave up and down. Then when you see pieces like this second etude, you just play them because you can already do the scale. If you do already know the scale, then do it 2 octaves up and down. Yeah. But in the second one, it's 1 E and 2 E and. And then that's really all it is. It's not a complicated idea. It's just we have 4 16th notes to a quarter note. It's important that you understand it. Now again, a little bit about using a metronome. When you're kind of in the middle, speed-wise, note-wise, everything, and you'll put the metronome on the beat. You're going to have it whatever the beat is. If it's a quarter notes, it's going to beat quarter notes. If you're in 6/8 time, it might beat 8th notes or dotted quarter notes or whatever you're feeling the beat is. That's what you put the metronome on. The problem is it doesn't work real well when you get to the extreme ranges, either fast or slow. Then it gets really hard to follow a metronome. And here, because we have 16th notes, and those quarter notes would have to go so slow, it would be really difficult to follow them, because I don't want to go a 1, 2, that's just too slow to follow. So what we do is we adjust the metronome to beat something other than the beat. In this case, instead of quarter notes, I'm going to put it on 8th notes and have it beat 8th notes. So if you look at the metronome, it's like 1 and 2 and 1 and. Those are eighth notes. So the 16th notes are twice that. 1 E and 2 E and See, the 16th notes are still flying. But if you look at quarter notes, it's this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good Lord. But you're in C position. The notes shouldn't be a problem. It's just the rhythm we got to get. For this one, the second one, you got to be able to do a scale. Now look out. There's a gotcha in the second etude. When I look at these kind of music, I think, okay, that's just a scale. I can play that. And I just figure it as a scale. Well, it doesn't work this way. The first measure is the C major scale going down. But the third measure, that C major scale going up, you can't finger it like a C major scale regular. Because if you do, you're going to end on a little finger on C. And if you look at the next measure after that, there's a D. I need to be able to go on up. So I have to adjust the fingering in the scale to allow me to do that. And they're showing you that there. They're telling you to put fourth finger on the F. That's not how we finger a scale, but we need it here because we need the little finger on D. So it's that. Up there. That happens a lot in music. We just have to watch for it. I'd like to play these two etudes with you. I'm going to do one, count us in, and then I'm immediately going to count us in again, and we're going to do the second one. So here we go. I'll give us 4 counts. So go ahead and put your the first etude, put your hand in C position. And here we go. And the second etude, you got to be up here. Because the right hand starts here, but the left hand just has the primary chord. Well, 1 and 2 and ready and go. We and 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 1 E off. Let's try the second one because it's just as fast. 1 and 2 and ready and go. We and 1